Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. The Lord is calling us outside of the four walls, and I say that because me and some of my friends are experiencing some different encounters with people that we normally don't encounter with. And most of the time when you're inside of the church, it's so easy to talk about Jesus because you have the same, basically you're around like-minded people. But now the Lord is allowing us to expand and go into, of course, the workplace, and even just in the grocery store. And the Lord is just saying, okay, I want you to represent me there. I want you to talk to me, talk about me with people who might not even know me or are living a life that goes against what I am telling them to live. No, this is not to say that we're to preach to people, to tell people, oh, you need to live this way. No, but it's just like, are we being a representation of the Lord? Because the Lord is, I believe he's just really calling us to reach a people. And it makes me think about the scripture of, leaving the 99 for the one. And that is what I believe the Lord is doing in this season. When we look at life, and of course I haven't been here that long, but I'm long enough where I've seen how life has changed so much from even just when I have grown up. And so I'm just like, Lord, what are you doing? And he's saying, because we have gotten to this place where we are so just commune with like-minded people. And of course the Lord tells us to hang out with like-minded people, don't be unequally yoked. However, that doesn't mean that we just basically get into our own little space and don't allow anyone else in or talk to anyone outside of that. No, the Lord is calling us to go outside and preach the good news to all across the world. And of course he says, if the people don't want to hear, then you go on about your business. It's not about trying to make people come to Christ. But yeah, when my friend, she was telling me about some people that she was encountering and how, of course, we all sin differently. And she was just saying, I've never had to deal with that when I was at another place. And I was just like, wow, that's something. But it just made me think. I didn't really say anything to her. It just made me think about, like, even my workplace. It's a little bit different than what I'm, and I really say I'm used to, because people talk about God where I've worked, but now it's just like it's so much different. And I believe the Lord is sending us there for, of course, to be a representation of him, but also to tell people what they're needing to hear. And it may not be in a way that we want to tell them, because of course we want to just say, hey, you get this way. But no, the Lord is saying, I have my way of reaching this people, but it's going to be outside of your church. Yeah, you're going to meet a lot of people who don't know the Lord that gets to come inside of the church, but a lot of those people don't feel welcome inside of there. So I believe that's why the Lord is sending us out and saying, you got to get outside of just your normal church setting and talk to people about me. So I hope this encourages you a little bit more. It sure has encouraged me to really, like, get outside of being comfortable with talking about Jesus with only people who know Jesus, or that I know who knows Jesus, but get comfortable even in the grocery store or even at work, wherever I feel like the Lord is leading me to talk about him. Be comfortable doing that. So thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sa cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time. Bye.